celebrities went to Diddy's house thinking they was finna dance?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach.
To be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and nigga, come here. Is that two niggas?
Katt Williams has finally spoken out about Terrence Howard's recent comments regarding Diddy, and he's revealing the real reason Terrence was allegedly silenced by Hollywood. In a bold appearance on the PBD Podcast, Terrence exposed how some celebrities had to give up their man card to climb the ranks of fame. Interestingly, Katt Williams had been calling out this same shady Hollywood agenda years ago, only to be labeled as crazy. But now, it seems the tables are turning, and the two might even join forces to expose deeper industry secrets. Rumors are swirling about a possible podcast collaboration between them. So, what exactly did Katt reveal about Terrence, Diddy, and the dark side of Hollywood? And are Katt and Terrence truly teaming up to expose what really happens behind closed doors at those infamous Diddy parties? Let's break it all down.
How does that feel? You a grown-ass man. You gotta leave Diddy party like that. You can't even sit down in the car. You gotta drive all the way home.
I'm sure by now you've all heard that Terrence Howard recently appeared on the PBD Podcast and dropped some serious tea about how many celebrities allegedly gave up their man card at Diddy's infamous parties just to climb their way to the top.
But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing.
But it doesn't stop there. Terrence took it a step further, claiming that this is exactly what happened with the celebrities who've been seen partying with Diddy over the years.
It was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
And then Terrence dropped a major bombshell. He revealed that Diddy actually made a move on him and tried to hook up. According to Terrence, Diddy initially approached him under the guise of needing an acting coach and later pretended to be interested in his music. But when Terrence's assistant warned him about Diddy's true intentions, he immediately cut off all contact.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to, that's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. So now no more communication.
But Terrence also revealed that Diddy wasn't the only one who made a move on him. He claimed he had similar encounters with other producers who approached him with shady proposals. However, Terrence wasn't having it and shut it down immediately. He admitted that maintaining that no-nonsense attitude may have cost him some major opportunities in the industry.
Number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in it.
As you can imagine, social media exploded after Terrence's interview went viral, mainly because we've never heard a major Hollywood actor openly say, Diddy tried to smash. But Terrence isn't the first public figure to speak out. Years before anyone else caught on, Katt Williams was already trying to warn the public about Diddy, but no one took him seriously. In fact, Katt even told Fat Joe that Diddy once invited him to dinner, and he had to shut it down.
I owe you a dinner, man. I obviously can't afford to give
I'm
you
going to
anything
tell you
else.
like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good. I'll do no dinner.
Then, last year, during his viral interview on Club Shay Shay, Katt Williams took things even further, claiming he had to turn down Diddy's advances multiple times.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so free.
Recently, Terrence Howard came forward, revealing that he had a similar experience with Diddy and had to refuse. Katt Williams is showing strong support for him. In fact, there have even been rumors circulating that Katt and Terrence might start Me, a podcast where they'll spill all the tea about their experiences in the industry. While nothing is confirmed yet, fans are already losing it at the thought. If these two get on the mic together, who knows what kind of explosive industry secrets they might reveal? One fan on X said, "Someone please put Terrence Howard and Katt Williams together in a room. If they managed to do a podcast together, it would instantly become the most interesting and outrageous media property ever created." Another person added, "Gotta love Terrence Howard and Katt Williams. They're on the same wavelength." This sentiment is understandable, as Katt and Terrence have shared similar views on the entertainment industry, and the agenda they believe is designed to emasculate black men. By now, you've probably heard Katt reignite the conversation about the rumored Hollywood agenda, where black male actors are allegedly pressured into wearing dresses before they can reach A-list status. Now, sources say that Terrence Howard is one of many actors who was blacklisted for refusing to wear the dress. The idea of Hollywood pushing a more feminine image onto black men isn't new. Many black comedians and actors have spoken out about it. Take Eddie Griffin, for example. He was one of the first to criticize Hollywood for making black actors and comedians wear dresses on screen. Eddie spilled the tea on Hollywood's rumored dress-wearing agenda back in 1999 during his comedy Foolish, where he not only starred but also wrote the script. In Foolish, Eddie plays Miles Foolish, an up-and-coming comedian trying to make it in Hollywood. Here's where it gets wild. There's an unforgettable scene where the studio executives try to convince Foolish to wear a dress for a role, claiming that all the A-listers have done it.
So what do you think? It's never been done before. 3 lovable drag queens driving cross-country, helping Middle America solve its problems.
Y'all want me to wear a dress?
Foolish, this isn't a throwaway role. You'll be carrying the emotional energy of the movie.
Man, it's not that I don't appreciate the offer, because I do, but
There's a lot of money involved. We're talking a major motion picture here, Foolish.
I don't know, man.
Harrison.
That's Harrison. So I guess that's me.
Yep. That's it. Yeah. Love it, Foolish.
I ain't feeling that, man. Can I just say something that every actor probably want to say to a couple of gentlemen like yourselves?
Sure. Anything you want to say? Go ahead.
Yeah. Kiss my black.
Fast forward to 2006, and Dave Chappelle spills the tea on Oprah's show, revealing a shocking story where he was allegedly pressured to wear a dress for a movie role alongside Martin Lawrence. The way he described it, it sounded straight out of Foolish.
I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with it. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done.
When Kevin Hart was later asked about Dave's story, he simply shrugged it off, claiming that kind of thing had never happened to him.
I really haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Just a few years later, Kevin Hart found himself in an SNL sketch wearing a dress. That moment seemed to be a game changer for his career, as his popularity and success skyrocketed. Some even say that his rise to fame was thanks to that dress moment on SNL. But the dress drama doesn't stop there. Katt Williams weighed in, claiming that the whole dress ordeal is tied to whether or not you choose to dance with the Illuminati.
You know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Back then, most people dismissed Katt's claims as just a wild conspiracy. But fast forward to today, and people are starting to reconsider his words, wondering if there might be some truth to what he was saying, especially after Katt doubled down on the allegations last year during his Club Shay interview. He even claimed that Martin Lawrence tried to get him into his first dress for Big Mama's house. When Katt shut that down, Brandon T. Jackson swooped in and took the role.
Tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop. I said, Martin, you got my mother word. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's house too. I almost died. And I gotta read this script from all these good white people. Where this want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive.
Now, circling back to Terrence Howard, new reports have surfaced suggesting that the whole dress situation was one of the main reasons he was blacklisted in Hollywood. When asked about the rumors that he was kicked off Iron Man 2 due to anger, issues, and being difficult to work with, Terrence quickly shut that down. He made it clear that he wasn't about to let Hollywood bosses dictate what a black man should look like on screen. According to Terrence, black actors are being pushed to adopt a more effeminate vibe if they want to make it to the top. He said, "My daddy taught me never to take the vertebrae out of your back or the base out of your throat. I ain't raisin' sheep, I raised men. Stay a man. Everything is androgynous. You know the more successful men now are the effeminate." In another recent interview, Terrence went even harder, doubling down on his belief that Hollywood has an issue with strong, black men. He also pointed out that only white men are allowed to be both powerful and non-threatening at the same time. "The man has been dehumanized," Terrence said. "With the new formula, most men are made to be effeminate and not have their power, or sense of strength. They allow white men to be strong, but when it's black men, it's seen as a threat." He also added, "I don't want to remove a few chromosomes to fit in someone's story. So I feel they need to expand their stories to allow men to be men and simultaneously appreciate a woman's beauty." As you can imagine, the internet is going wild over this drama. Some people are calling Terrence and Katt conspiracy theorists, arguing that these two need to change the subject because there are bigger issues than actors wearing dresses. On the flip side, there's a whole crowd of fans who are giving them major props for pulling back the curtain on Hollywood's shady side and are even hoping these two team up to spill more behind-the-scenes tea about the industry. Now, what's your take on all this? Are you with the folks who think Katt and Terrence are just chasing clout and spreading conspiracies, or do you believe they're exposing truths that other celebs are too scared to talk about? Drop your thoughts below, and don't miss out on the next video.